Now your extra practice question of chapter 4, question number 3, you have to just find the product simply. Like here, when you find the product with, I just only discussed with this one, 3.457 into 9.35 into 13.4. If there are 3 numbers to multiply, so what you will do? First, you will ignore the decimal in this. You directly multiply 3457 to 935. Then after multiplication I got 3232 to 95. Now 3232 to 95 multiplied by 134. Before multiplication just ignore first your decimal sign. Then without decimals you just normally multiply. When I multiply with 134 I got 433,127,530. So this number I got it here. Now I will check with how many total decimals numbers are there. If you check with this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total digits after the decimal is 6. Then from the last you count the 6 digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the last when you count the 6 digit, you mark the decimal here, because this is the total range of decimal digits after the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from last you count the 6 digits and mark the decimal here. Okay, so after this marking the decimal, your question is you have to round it up to 2 or 3 decimal places. If I round it to 3 decimal places, so I mark this third digit after the decimal. So check for the next digit. If it is 5 or more than 5, then rounded off digit 1 is added. So that will be 433.128. Now your fourth question, you have to go with the division, direct division. 53.9 divided by 11 gives you 4.9. Similarly 3.1603 divided by 13 gives you 0.2431. And next is your fourth question, D part. Here you have in divisor also you have a decimal number. 29.94 into 1.45. First you have to remove the decimal in the denominator, so you multiply by 100, that gives you 145 and 2994. When you divide 2994 divided by 145 gives you 20.648. so that is your required answer. Similarly F part you get, this is your E part you get 82.5, here F part you get 56.7. Now fifth question, E part, you have to simplify. 5.9 of 2.3 plus 0.2 minus 0.01. First you convert off into multiply. 5.9 into 2.3 gives you 13.57. 0.2 minus 0.01. First you add the positive term. 13.77 minus 0.01 gives you 13.73. Now your B part is 3 into 1 by 4 minus 1.5 plus 3 plus 9 by 5 minus 1.5. So here first you convert this into proper fraction and decimal, gives you 3.25 minus 1.5. 3 plus 9 by 5 also converted to decimal, so that gives me 1.8 minus 1.5 gives me 1.3. 3 plus 1.3 gives me 4.3 and 1.73. After subtraction my required answer is 5.05. Now fifth question, C part. In this 2.5 of 12.5 minus 10 into 9 by 5 minus 11.4. 2.5 of, first you solve this bracket. 10 into 9 by 5 gives you 59 by 5 and decimal when you divide 59 by 5 gives you 11.8. Now 11.8 minus 11.4, because we first solve this round bracket then move further to solve further. First round bracket will be solved, give me 4.5, outside is negative sign. 12.5 give me 12.1 after subtraction with 0.4. Now off changes to multiply. 2.5 into 12.1 give me 30.25. Next is fifth question, D part. 5.8 minus 2 into 1 by 2 of 16.5 minus 27.4 minus 9 into 5 by 4 of 2.5 minus 1 into 1 by 2 minus 1.2. First you convert or like mixed fraction into proper fraction, like 2 into 1 by 2, other term should be right as it is. 2 into 1 by 2, 5 by 2. Here 9 into 5 by 4, that is 41 by 4. Now 1 into 1 by 2 gives me 3 by 2. Now when you convert this into decimal, 5 by 2 is 2.5, 41 by 4 is 10.25, 3 by 2 is 1.5. Up to this we just solve the mixed fraction, convert it to decimal. Now after that we solve it further with the bracket. First, this 5.8 minus 2.5 give me 3.3 of 16.5. Here also this bracket will be solved. 1.5 minus 1.2 give me 0.3, and here of changes to multiply. 10.25 into 25 give me 25.625 minus 0.3. When you solve this curly bracket, you will get 25.325, 27.4, and multiplication of this give me 54.45. Now square bracket will be solved, give me 2.075. Negative is already outside, so 54.45 minus 2.075 give me 52.375. So that is my required answer. Now your sixth question is, Rahul purchased a notebook for 37.75, a pen for 5.80. Cost of one book, that is by the Rahul. Cost of one notebook is 37.75. Cost of one pen is 5.80. Cost of one comic is 20.25, and cost of one pencil is 15.20. So that is the cost, those things bought by the Rahul. Now what is the total? Total of this is 79 rupees. So but he has 100 rupees, he gave 100 rupees note to the shopkeeper. You have to find how much money shopkeeper will return back to Rahul. So money will get back, you subtract 79 from 100, that gives you 21 rupees. Shopkeeper return back to Rahul is 21 rupees. Now your seventh question is, what number should be added to 89.759? Suppose we think that my required number is x, so that means 89.759 plus x according to the statement is, when added gives me 209. Now when this number moves on other side, sign will be changes. X is equal to 209 minus 89.759. When you subtract 209 minus 89.75, that gives you 119.241. Next, your eighth question, a 2.5 meter long rod is cut into few pieces. You have total length of rod is given 2.5 meter, and if one part is cut, that is 0.25 meter. So how many number of pieces? Because this is the one part. Okay, so if this rod is divided into two equal parts, then how many pieces will be covered when each part will be 0.25 meter? Now length of the piece is equal to length of the rod upon length of one part. Length of the rod means total length. Okay, that is divided into small parts. Each part will be 0.25. So according to the formula, number of pieces equal to length of the rod. Length of the rod is 2.5, and in denominator length of one part is 0.25. First you have to convert this, you have to remove decimal from the denominator, so you multiply by 100. So what is left in the numerator? 250 by 25, and when you divide, 25 tens are 250. So total 10 pieces will be there. Next is your ninth question. The sum of two decimal number is 10.35. That is given to you. If one number is 5.9 times the other number, so what are the numbers that you have to identify? Suppose the first number is x, second number is y. Second number is equal to 5.9 times the first number. That means when you multiply first number with 5.9, that will give you second number. According to the statement, when you add the two numbers, that will be equal to 10.35. You have to find the numbers. So here there are two different variables. We changes y. Whatever we identify according to the question is 5.9x. We take x common. 1 plus 5.9 give me 6.9x, 10.35. Now x is equal to 10.35 divided by 6.9. When you divide by 6.9, first you have to remove the decimal from the denominator by multiplying with 10 numerator denominator. That give me 103.5. 69, because when you multiply with the multiple of 10 decimal, how many zeros are there shifted to the right side. So here now 0.3.5 by 69, when you divide this one 0.35 into 69, you will get 1.5. that is your x value, but y value is 5.9 into x. Whatever you find the x value 1.5, you multiply with this 5.9. when 59 multiply 15, that gives you 885, and there are 2 digits after the decimal. Sum of digits is 2 after the decimal, so from the right side we count 2 digits and mark the decimal. 8.85 is my second number and first number, x is 1.5. now your 10th question is the area of rectangle. The area of rectangle is 12.25 square centimeter, greater than the area of the square of side 7 centimeter. Okay, here you have to find the length of the rectangle. You have area of square is given to you and condition is given. Area of rectangle is, if you add in the area of square 12.25 centimeter square more, okay, so that will become the area of rectangle. And breadth is given to you 5 centimeter. You have to find out what is the length of the rectangle. First you have to find the area of square. Side is given, that is 7. Area of square is side multiplied by side, that is 49 centimeter square. Area of rectangle is, if according to the statement, if you add 12.25 in area of square, that becomes the area of rectangle, that is 49 plus 12.25, that is 61.25 centimeter square is the area of rectangle. Now breadth given is 5 centimeter. You have to find the length. Finding the length formula is area divided by breadth. Now 61.25 and divided by 5 gives you 12.25 is the required length of the rectangle. Now your 11th question. Tina's father gave her some money. She bought a pencil costing 2.50. She bought a pencil costing 2.50. She bought one chocolate, cost us 3 rupees. With her share and was left with her share and was left with 15.60. 15.60 money left, because when she bought one pencil, one chocolate, she spent on pencil 2.50 rupees, one chocolate 3 rupees, and how much money is left? 15.60. First you have to find how much total money was given to Tina by her father. So that means you have to add all this. Your left money, cost of one pencil and cost of one chocolate. When 2.50, 3, if there is nothing is there, so that means there is a decimal. Okay, now when you add this one, 5 plus 6 11, 1 carry forward, 6 5 11, 1 carry forward, and total is 21.10 rupees. The money, total money was given by her father, that is 21.10 rupees. Now your 12th question. In 12th question, approximate length of the diagonal of the square can be found by multiplying the length of the side of the square by 1.414. Find the length of the diagonal. Your first part is when the length of the side of the square is 3.3 centimeter, and second is when the length of the side of the square is 4.25. In this question, basically what they said, that if you want to find the length diagonal of the square, so whatever length of the side is, you just multiply length of the side is 1.414, you will get the length of the diagonal. Here there are two different cases are there, so this we call it a diagonal. That joining the two corner points of the square, we call it a diagonal. So according to the statement, if whatever length of square, this length of square is given to you, when length of the square is multiplied 1.414, that gives you required length of the diagonal. So in first case, if my length of the side of the square is 3.3 centimeter, so according to that rule, length of the diagonal will be 3.3 into 1.414. When you multiply this, that gives you 4.6662 after the multiplication. Now if you take it round off 2 decimal places, so here you have to round up to this. Next is more than 5, so 1 will be added. So 4.67 approximate is the length of the diagonal in centimeter. Here length of the side is 4.25 centimeter. Then according to the rule, if you multiply this length of the side with 1.414, you will get the length of the diagonal. So here also 4.25 is the side of the square. When side of the square is multiplied, 1.414 give me 600950, and total decimal places is 5. From right side you count 5 decimal places and mark the decimal here, and round off 2 decimal places. So here if you round off up to this, next number is more than 5, so 1 is added in this to rounded up 2 decimal places, 6.01 approximate. So that is centimeter is required length of the diagonal. Now your 13th question, now you have to convert. You have some decimal number is given to you, you have to convert into the fraction. Here 3.5, 5 is the repeated number. If only single number is repeated, you multiply by 10. So this is your first equation, this is your second equation. After multiplication of 10, 10x 35.550. Now you subtract 1 from 2, 10x minus x and 35.55 minus 3.55. After subtraction give me 32, 9x is equal to 32 and x is equal to 32 divided by 9. When any term is multiplied with the variable that moves on another side, that changes to division. Now 13th question, B part. Your statement is 14.2727. Here after the decimals there are 2 repeated digits, so you have to multiply by 100. How many repeated digits are there? Same thing, you have to multiply with the multiple of 10 with same digit as same zeros. So 100x, so that gives you second equation, 1427 into 2727. We added next 27 because when you multiply multiple of 10, decimal shifted to the right side. So how many zeros are there? So same quantity of digit will be passed on by the decimal. So now you subtract left with left, right with right. 100x minus x, 1427.2727 and 14.2727. After subtraction give me 1413. Now when divide by 99, HCF is 9 and my lowest form is 157 by 11. Next is 0.58. So in this no recurring number is there, so you can directly remove the decimal. 58 by 100, HCF is 2 and my lowest form is 29 by 50. Now your D part is 21.987. Only 7 is repeated number. I told you before that before solving for making the equation 1, so there should be only repeated digit left after the decimal. If another number, non-repeated number is there before making the one equation, required equation, you have to convert this non-repeated number, shift to the left of the decimal, or this decimal should be shift before the recurring deposit. So between that, so there are 2 digits, so that means if you want to shift 2 digits, you multiply by 100. So that is 100x, so 2198.7 bar. So this is my your actually first equation when I am going to solve, because when you are going to solve, only recurring decimal, repeated decimal should be left after the decimal, and if there is any non-repeated number, first you have to shift to the left side of the decimal. Okay, now next is how many digits are repeated? Only one digit is repeated. Now you have to multiply by 10. How many digits are repeated? That quantity you have to multiple of 10 use. So that becomes 1000x and 2198.77 into 10. If you multiply 10, this decimal is shifted to here. So that gives you 2198.77. This is your next required equation. Now this is third equation. We no need of this first equation, we mark it second equation. That is my calculative equation, and that is also my calculative equation. Remember one thing, your calculative equation is always when decimal, after the decimal there will be a repeated digit. So that is your calculative term. So here when you subtract here 2198.77 minus 2198.77, so 1000 minus 100, this 1000x subtracted from here. Subtract equation 2 from equation 3. 1000 minus 100 give me 900, and when you subtract this one, that gives you 19789. So cross multiply 19789 by 900. So they are already in the lowest form, no further form is there. Thank you. Have a nice day.